Hi, I just want to share my latest project. It has gotten way bigger than I originally thought I would make it. This Afghan has turned into a king size. It's going to be a little bit more than the standard 76 inches by 80 inches that a king size spread would be. But it started out as a project I was doing to use up extra yarn. And I've of course had to go and buy much more yarn. And I have more extras when I'm going to be done. But what I want to share is there's already plenty of wonderful videos on how to make this is called an African violet crochet, or crocheted African violet flower, or just do a search on any of those and you'll find ladies that's teaching this way better than I can. Only thing I'm doing a little bit differently that I can see is I start this last row at one of the corners where you do a double. So I did the triple single stitch up here, did a double crochet, treble if you're in England, all the way around, doing two in the same spot at the corners of the hexagon. So here I am, and what I do a little differently is I've learned it's just easier for me to add it to the Afghan as I make each one. Therefore I don't have as much waste in the yarn. This part of it's conserving the yarn that's here. Another part is to get it a better finished look when I'm done. This is the front side that we're looking at here. The back side is ridged. You see the little tails. I'll show you how to work those in as it's attached. So get the corner, and I'm just getting the top piece. Now there's different ways of doing this, and play with what you like, experimenting, going through the whole thing like you would do in a normal crochet, or just grabbing one side. I like this look best. I've did one where I stitched the flowers together, basically sewn on with the yarn, and that looked good too. And I like this. So you're basically doing a single crochet, lining these up, and when I get to the corner here with that tail on where I ended another earlier, I'll show you what I'm doing a little differently, because I want them all to join up. So now I'm back onto a corner, and I did a loop and just pulled it through the loop, so it's kind of a knot. But what I'm going to do is pull it through there. Now I'm going to work this tail into the next segment, and you'll figure out how you're supposed to do the loops as you start doing these. And I hadn't been consistent because this has been a learning process. I'm still debating on entering this in the fair, the state fair in October, but we're working on getting another one started. What's been really therapeutic is I was stuck in the hospital for many nights and days with my mom as she recovered from knee surgery. And this gave my hands something to do, and I felt like I was redeeming the time with something. But what I ended up doing was I would make 7 of the color combination. This one is red and pink. and then I would stitch it around one center. So I had several of these made. I've got in this pattern, I'll show you what I ended up having to do so I could work this out mentally. I have 3 different colors for the centers, red, coral, and yellow. And I have 4 yarns for the petals. And I did a no-no, or, well, most of the time you try to use the same weight of yarn. Well, I didn't. These are actually a lighter weight and a thicker one here, so my Afghan is kind of lumpy. When it lays, it isn't exactly flat, which I don't mind. I like it. And I wanted the petals, the yarn, the 4 colors I used, pink, blue, yellow, and lavender, have a shimmer to them. And I like that effect. That's the yarn I use most of the time for all the baby Afghans I've made over the years. And I had lots of scraps, and I thought, well, this is a good way to do something. I saw it on a show on PBS, and then I looked it up on YouTube and got better instructions, and I've really enjoyed it. And it's easier to carry than, having to pull out a big Afghan. Even the baby Afghans get a little cumbersome when you're trying to take them along and do things with them. And sorry if I raise it out of the camera view, but yeah, trying to look at it and see where I'm supposed to go next. But most of the time I'm attaching 2 sides. But being in the hospital, this really kept me sane. But when I came back, and it's like, oh, okay, what kind of pattern am I going to do with these? There's 7 hexagons, 6 around the center one, and stitching them together in a way that they're not, the petals, there's no blue flowers next to different blue flowers, and the centers are a little different too. So I try to keep it appealing, but kind of OCD in my methodology of how I did this pattern. Most of the ones I've seen online, the flowers are all very different, and they're just kind of scattered amongst themselves, where I try to do like a bigger flower pattern, like there's a bouquet of 7 flowers next to another bouquet of 7 flowers that are a little different. So here I am at the end. Oops, sorry again. And there. This is actually going to be on the side. So that's pulled. It's not going to come out.